everyone, welcome back to another reading. I hope you're all having an amazing day, and I hope the weather outside is lovely as well, because it's lashing rain all day here. Who doesn't love the rain though? Okay, so we're going to be doing another name reading. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to see what energy your person is in at the moment. So, Spirit, what energy is the viewer's person in at the moment? Okay, excuse me. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Two of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Wands, Death, and the Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, so your person is in your energy, I'm guessing, because they're heavily thinking about you and what they're going to do. They feel inspired to take action towards you, but again, one side of them is battling with the other side because of their fear that you won't listen to them, or take them back. But I feel like they're leaning more towards the action side of it, which is very good. But as I say, use your discernment when they do come in. I feel like they weren't in two minds about reaching out, but they've realised now that one, if they don't reach out, you're going to slip away, and that's just going to hurt them even more. And they just want to apologize for what happened, and even if you don't want to take them back, they just want to show their forgiveness. And obviously now, as I said, use your discernment, but I feel like your person has done the work. They are ready for whatever the outcome is, and they just want closure, whether it's good or bad in their eyes. Is there anything else? No. Okay. We're gonna get your person's intentions now. Excuse me. So, yeah. Spirit, what are the viewer's person's intentions in this connection, please? Okay, so we have the Five of Wands, the Sun in reverse, 757 on the timer, the Four of Cups in reverse, the Page of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles, yep. Okay, so there's a lot of water energy here, and fire. Okay, so their intentions are to get over the fear they have about you rejecting them. Maybe they have a fear of abandonment, or if your person is autistic, or you think they're autistic, okay, I'm not sure if it's all people with autism, but a lot of people with autism struggle with rejection. It's a rejection sensitivity dysphoria or something like that. Or disorder. I don't know. 959 on the timer. Um, so if a person tells them no, it's like getting stabbed in the back, even though it's like such a minor thing, especially if it's something that they like really really want. Um, yeah, it's like you can't really explain it unless you go through it. But they need to get over that that fear of rejection. Now, I feel like your person is already aware of this and they are working on healing that abandonment wound and working on being rejected. Um, and they also feel like they need to be uh, more like stable before they come in, which I think that's more so just in their head. Like they don't actually uh, like they feel like their money is not up enough. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer, and they feel like they need to get their money up before he reconciles. But that is something that's just holding your person back because they you don't need anything in life. That's just coming from a lack mentality, which is probably something from their childhood. Um, so something they should be working on. Um, your person could also be or have depression, and they're focused on healing and to become happier, so that they don't feel like they're a burden on you, which again, unfortunately, um, is a wound that they need to heal. Um, but they want uh, union with you. They want to start something that's prosperous and so that you can work together and build something fruitful. 444 on the timer. Just know that they're aware of what needs to be done and they're working on it. Um, okay, so let's get their actions. So, Spirit, what are the viewer's person's next actions, please? Okay, with the Fool in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Six of Wands, the Magician, 1616 on the timer, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so yeah. Your person knows that they need to work on the depression and maybe anxiety about what unfolded in your connection and what could happen. I feel like they've already been working on themselves, like slowly, but something happened, and it was kind of a wake up call for your person. Um, because they weren't doing enough, and they realized how bad and how deep this wormhole really goes. Um, your person may have told you that um, they don't want to have children, maybe, or yeah, like a family. Um, I feel like you have changed their perspective on life a lot, and especially now that they're reflecting on conversations that you've had and just how they feel about you now. Um, in the absence of your presence, you make them want to have a family, and how amazing is that? Your person, okay, so they know what they're doing and they know what to do. They're just um, working with what they've got. Because thankfully they've realized that uh, you already have everything you need within. It just takes a bit of courage, and your person is being courageous, which is good. They, yeah, they have to get over that fear of abandonment and rejection, but as I said, they're already working on it, so um, yeah, that's good. And I feel like uh, soon they're going to realize they don't really have to be uh, anything or like a certain way before they come back in. I mean, obviously they have to heal up until like a certain point, because if they don't, it's not going to end well. But like, I mean, like, stability wise, like with their money and their um, health, like the depression or anxiety, that is in their head, that they have to be like a certain level of happiness or whatever. Uh, but they're going to realize soon enough that that's stupid. um, yeah, and your person knows that you're the one now, and they may have felt uh, this way like before, but it's only after like setting in that you are the one. And maybe they went, or after your separation, they tried to find you or what you had in other people, but obviously they failed because you were one of a kind. And thankfully they're finally starting to see that. Um, so you just focus on yourself, on your 246 on the timer. Focus on your purpose, whether it's if you're a healer or if you're in the limelight in general. Focus on that. Take your mind off your person, and it will be a lot easier. Now, I know it's easier said than done, um, because I know how hard it is, especially if you don't have much on, and especially when they're constantly in your energy, it's hard to distinguish if it's your thoughts or if they're just in your energy. But um, I'm going to get a card of advice for you now. So, uh, sorry, I forgot if if I just done the intentions or actions, but okay. Advice for the viewer, please, Spirit. 8 of Swords and 7 of Cups in reverse. Okay, so sometimes, especially if we're not in the right headspace at that given time, your person's energy feels good, and then you might start attaching to that feeling, and I mean, it's okay, we've all been there, but you have to realize that your person feeds off your energy, especially if they're wounded, because your light and your love is so grand that it's something they've never seen or felt before, and they it's like a moth to a flame. Now, there's a difference with a divine counterpart that's wounded in your energy than an energy vampire. If you have an energy vampire in your life, get them the fuck out of there. He'll only keep you drained while they're taking all your energy, and sometimes you don't even realize until they're gone what they were doing. Now, back to your counterpart. If you have boundaries up, keep them up. Please, don't degrade yourself by letting them back in, especially when you know that they're not ready. It's only hurting you in the long run. Realistically, like, especially if your person is an avoidant. Like, obviously, it's going to hurt them as well, but it's going to hurt you a lot more than it hurts them until they've healed. And then it's going to start hurting them more than it hurts you. and you don't need them. You don't need their energy. They the only thing you need is to be healthy and to be in tune with your intuition and focus on. Okay, so let's say you were lifting something, or you were putting the bins out, and the bin is really fucking heavy, like you can't lift it at all, and you're like, okay, I need to get stronger, I'm gonna start going to the gym. You start going to the gym and you're exercising, you're increasing your muscle mass, and then all of a sudden that bin with the same weight or even more weight is light work. It's because you've been training the muscles, yeah? Your intuition is exactly the same thing. You have to work with your intuition and just like any other muscle. Also, as I was saying in yesterday's video, people's diets. The food we eat heavily influences our body, and if you eat a lot of takeaway food and processed food, that messes with your intuition, right? So be wary of that. Train your muscles. Be more healthy. Keep working with your intuition, and sometimes you may feel like your intuition was wrong, and you might feel shameful because you listened to your intuition and something bad happened. But as I say, everything happens for a reason, even if that reason is bad in your eyes. Change your perspective, because I know in hindsight there's things that have happened to me that I hated, but further down the line you realise that it was meant to happen, and it happened exactly when it was meant to happen, because that's just what happens. And make sure you're low battery. Make sure your cup is filled, especially if this person comes in, which I'm sure it is. If you're doing the work, it will show. And yeah, always trust in the divine, in your intuition, and divine timing. I know it's hard to hear, but keep your faith, keep your belief, and don't let the opinions of others get you down as well. Especially, okay, so I'm a very private person normally, right? Like I don't really tell people things, like especially random people. I don't really care, but my friends, I never really told them about what happened with my counterpart because most of the time people, especially like if it's a relationship like a twin flame relationship, there's constantly ups and downs, especially at the start when you're both unhealed. Um, and if I went back to my friends talking shit about my person, um, oh, my person's this, my person's that, and especially if I don't talk to them about how good my person is, all my friends are going to hear is how much of a cunt my person is, and that's that's all they can see because that's all I give them. And then if me and my person break up and then a bit down the line, oh, they're healed, and we come back into union, my friends are just going to have a shitty opinion of my person, even though, yeah, it's my fault, but they're not going to like your person. And not only that, evil eye is real. Even if the person doing it doesn't do it like consciously, envy and jealousy are killers for people's dreams. That's why you should always keep quiet until something already happens. And then, even at that, let people find out. Don't even tell them because, especially if they're not on the same journey as you, they're healing, maybe they're constantly drinking or taking drugs or whatever, and then they're like, why can I be like that? But they can't because they're not putting in the work, and you are. So be careful of jealousy, evil eye. Keep your mouth shut about, especially big things. Small things that like don't really matter in the grand scheme of things, that's fine. But especially the bigger ventures that you have or will have in the future, lock it up, throw away the key. Um, okay. That's all for today's reading. If you enjoyed, uh, or if it resonated, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, and Yeah. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next one.